Enzo turned around and said, you know, I can rip a fart into the microphone and it'll sound better than Xavier playing the trombone. I was like, oh, what the fuck?
All that's left is a window to my soul. Come and get it.
Hey guys, TheJaseDawg here. I'm back at it again with another This Week in WWE with TheJaseDawg. That's right. Now this is episode 21. We're in the fucking 20s. Oh yeah, this feels good. So guys, if you haven't seen what happened this week in WWE, make sure you head on over to the WWE Network. Check it out right now. There's your warning. If you want, you have to get into it. So guys, we started with Raw. On Raw we had the New Day come out and yeah, we had the New Day come out, and it was a pretty funny segment because they came out, Kofi was wearing Steph Curry shoes, and they were making fun of him, and then Enzo and Cass came out, they were making fun of it, and then there was a segment part in that was so fucking good. You had Enzo and Cass admitted that Francesca was cheating on Xavier Woods. Apparently, Francesca was with Enzo Amore all night long. And Xavier Woods is like, no, I'm the only one that gets to blow her. It was so fucking funny, you're like, what the fuck? And then Board Villains came out like creepy league type of things, and they said a couple of creepy things. And then you had the club, Anderson and Gallows come out, and then they told him to shut the fuck up. And then it ended up coming into a match. So we had New Day and Enzo and Cass versus the club and the Board Villains. Of course, Woods was not in the part of the match. So what ended up happening is, came down to it that the club ended up winning the match. I just had to look at my notes just then, because that's if you're wondering why I keep looking down every now and then, it's just because I'm looking at some quick notes I jotted just in case I forget some key parts that I want to throw in. But yeah, so they ended up fucking, the club won the match, so it was like a tag match. But yeah, so it was two teams, and I think it was Anderson got the win on Kofi, maybe? Yeah, but it was pretty good, like, good win for them, but they carried the Board Villains, of course. And then we had Shane and Steph were talking, and they were like, you know, talking about the whole SmackDown situation. And of course, you know, from like episode 20, you know that Teddy Long came back last Raw to try and take SmackDown back as him, like, you know, being GM and shit. But this time, who came out? None other than Corporate Kane. Well, he didn't come out, but he came into the office and he was, you know, he wants to make SmackDown red hot and all that type of shit. And yeah, like Steph would want to know deal with it. And Corporate Kane, of course, we know he's not meant to be there, because Seth Rollins beat the Demon Kane when he was still champion and ended Corporate Kane. So I guess Corporate Kane crawled out of the little crack of the demon mask and he was like, I gotta get a job. I gotta get this job so Kane can come back and be dominant. But oh, and then it was pretty funny because he made a match later on, but I'll get to that when we get to it. So then we had Titus O'Neil was coming out for a match. I don't know who he was meant to be versing, but he came out and he was coming down the ramp, and as he was coming down, boom, he got hit from behind by Rusev. Rusev then threw him off the ramp onto the cement ground, I think it was, and then started throwing him into the side of the ramp and breaking light bulbs and everything, and then throws him back onto the ramp, locks in the accolade. Titus is screaming, he's in pain. Rusev's like, he had the whole thing locked in nice, so it was not going to hurt Titus that badly. You could tell he was like, just putting it on, Titus was selling it with a bit of screaming. The refs came along, they started grabbing Rusev. When they grabbed Rusev, Rusev's feet kind of slipped, and he put more pressure on Titus' back, and Titus was screaming, for real. And then he let go, and then he did it again, like locked it in again, just to add insult to injury, you know, because Titus, you want to come for the title, bro? You want to come for the title? And guess what? Accolade number 2. looks at him, and yeah, then he kind of lays Titus out dead. Well, not dead, but knocked out cold. And then stands over. Then we had the Shield reunion, if you want to call it that, but it was actually the Ambrose Asylum. So Dean came out and he introduced Seth Rollins first, and then Roman Reigns. Now they both came out, and all three of the former Shield members were in the ring. This was pretty cool, as I loved the Shield when they were in like tag team and still on faction. But it was pretty mad. They ended up kind of having a bit of talk, you know. Seth, you know, is still, he didn't get beaten for the title, so he has a legit claim for the championship. And then, of course, Roman's like, well, you know, I'm the guy, blah blah blah, and I won't submit my championship reign until I beat you, you know, and blah blah blah, and all that shit. And then they kind of go up in each other's faces, and, you know, Seth's going to take the title back that he never lost. And Roman's apparently going to try and be the guy by beating the man. Which, of course, in my opinion, Seth's going to win. Of course. And if you're against Seth, you better believe that Roman's going to lose the title. Because that's what I am predicting. But I'm not going to go into it too much, because that will be in my WWE Money in the Bank predictions video later up, probably within a day before, yeah, probably I give it a day until I upload that. So just wait for that, guys. And then Dean ended up coming in and he's like, you know, well, you've been a champion. You've been a champion. Whether you win or you win, I've never been champion. And don't forget, guys, I'm in the Money in the Bank match. He points up and they both look up and they're like, shit, that's right. And Dean's like, what, you know, just say, you know, you win or you win. Doesn't matter, I can come straight after and I can cash in that exact same night and be the final Shield member to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Now, in my opinion, that would be awesome. Like, if somehow Roman won against Seth, having Dean cash in and take it from him, the icing on the cake. Like, God, like, I would love Seth to win and not have Dean cash in, or whoever has the Money in the Bank briefcase not cash in straight away. I would rather Seth have a little bit of like a reign again going before that does happen. But if Roman was to retain, whoever wins the Money in the Bank, cash that motherfucker in. But I hear rumors that they're planning on trying to maybe beat Edge's longest reigning Money in the Bank briefcase hold of the thing, which he cashed in like the night before he was meant to give it back or some shit. I don't know, but yeah. So then, you know, they all kind of get in each other's face, and then Seth leaves, and, you know, Roman and Dean are looking at each other and talking and shit, and then Seth pushes Dean into Roman. Roman falls out of the ring, then Seth goes for a pedigree on Dean. Dean reverses it and kind of starts beating the shit out of each other, and then Roman comes in, grabs Dean, throws Dean away. I was like, holy shit, thought you was meant to be bros. And then, like, don't get me wrong, all of the three had good reminiscing memories before this even went down. They were all talking about, like, Dean waking up near a dumpster and shit like that, but Roman grabs Dean and he throws him out of the way, and then he, you know, starts to, like, pick up Seth, or, like, does something to Seth, and then it gets to the point where I think Seth, that's right, Seth was going for a pedigree, I think it was on Roman or some shit, and then Dean ended up, like, kind of going for a clothesline. Seth let go. Then Seth turned around, boom, Superman punch, and then Roman stand over Seth like, that's right, do it, and, you know, just rubbing it in, and then next minute Dean turns around, dirty deeds, sucker, and then Dean's standing there looking up at the briefcase, and he's like, that's right, that baby, cash that baby in on one of yous, I'm cheap. And that was a pretty good thing. It wasn't really a reunion, it was more like, kind of like, just, let's talk, and then let's beat the shit out of each other. Then we found out that there are 2 new matches made for Money in the Bank. So there is the Diva Tag Team Championship match between, like, well, not championship match, the Diva Tag Team match. Charlotte ain't gonna defend her title, which sucks, and I'm pissed off with that because that means another month of Charlotte being champ. God. But so it's Charlotte and Dana Brooke versus Becky Lynch and Natalya in a tag team match. I think the other one. Well, I think I already told you about Rusev versus Titus for the United States title. But Corbin. No, that's right. Yeah, Corbin and Dolph are also fighting as well. But the other match is Sheamus versus Apollo Crews. That was the other one I was meant to tell you about as well. So there's going to be a fair amount of matches going on. And like I said, this Money in the Bank is WrestleMania type of material. So it should be interesting. The three big matches, of course, being the main things, which is Cena and AJ, Seth and Roman, and the Money in the Bank match. Should be good. Then we had Sami Zayn versus Cesaro. Cesaro's kind of getting annoyed with Zayn interrupting him, cut it short. I guess it kind of got to Cesaro and Zayn got the win with a mad type of flip roll-up type of win. Oh my god, it was insane. If you haven't seen it, guys, definitely check that out. That was a good win from Zayn. But yeah, so Zayn got a good win, and then backstage we found out that so Owens went into the office of Shane and caught the cameras there still, and he's saying, you know, Del Rio only just showed up 20 minutes ago. You know, that's unacceptable. Taking me out of the Money in the Bank match. Del Rio comes in, Pedro, you know, all that Spanish type of stuff. Getting in his face saying, I know it was you that reported me to airport security and got me held for 5 hours. Oh my god, Kevin, nice one. And then, like, you know, they're going at it, and then Kane's like, you know, well, if I was in charge of SmackDown, I would make, you know, you two kind of, you know, because you're in a tag team match, like, on SmackDown, like, because they were booked for a 6-man tag team match on SmackDown and shit like that. He's like, you know, well, how about we do a team bonding experience? You two versus the Lucha Dragons. If you lose, the Lucha Dragons take your place in the Money in the Bank match. And they were fuming, and Shane loved it, and he said, yes, let's do it. So yeah, and then apparently also Shane, like later on, Shane and Seth said, nah, sorry Kane, not for you. So that solves that mystery. Kane's not going to get SmackDown. And then we had a contract signing between AJ and Cena, just to make it like official. There's 2 contracts there. John pretty much wanted AJ to choose, look, we can have that main match that everyone is dying to see, which is just you versus me, or it can be me versus you with the club at ringside. And if that match happens, people are going to think less of you. Pretty much just egging AJ to go one-on-one and not have the club there. So of course AJ still went with one-on-one because he wants to beat the shit out of John Cena. With John Cena, you can't see me, he says. In his kind of like rednecky thing, he's like, you can't see me. But yeah, that was pretty good. They, you know, signed it and then AJ walked off. So then we had Owens and Del Rio versus the Lucha Dragons. It was pretty cool. Del Rio almost lost the match twice. However, Kevin Owens saved him both times, and then Owens gets the win, and then right after the match, super kicks right to the side of the face, Owens is out cold. Then it is the main event it is Dean versus Chris Jericho, and of course Zayn's at ringside, so he's on the announce table. So Owens wanted to be on there, so he got to be on the announce table. Del Rio wanted to be a part of it. He got to be the timekeeper. And then Cesaro got thrown into the mix as the special guest ring announcer. What? Ring announcer? Yeah. Like he's not announcing the match, he was announcing the people. So he introduced them, you know, Jericho from Winnipeg, Canada, now residing in stupid Idiotville. And then Dean looks like he just rolled out of bed and said those funny things. He got me pretty, like, laughing. And it was good for Cesaro to do that. And they kind of all broke out, but Dean did get the win. Everyone beat the shit out of each other. And then ended with Chris Jericho on the ladder, holding the briefcase, because Zayn took out everyone else, and himself. So Jericho's sitting there holding the briefcase, laughing away. Now we head into NXT. We had the Authors of Pain debut. Yeah, if you don't know who they are, make sure you go and check out my NXT results video. It'll be in the description below, guys. But the Authors of Pain are the guys that attacked Jason Jordan and Chad Gable after they lost the titles at NXT TakeOver at the end. They look like big kind of Samoans or like New Zealanders, if you want to say. And then they had Paul Ellering, who also apparently managed the Road Warriors. And so they're called the Authors of Pain, and he's nicknamed the Godfather of Pain. They beat some jobber team, slaughtered them pretty much, and yeah. Then we had Carmella versus Tessa Blanchard, I think it was. Her dad's, wasn't part of the Four Horsemen. I was thinking, okay, well, if she wins this, she's going to get a push because of her last name like Charlotte and shit like that. But I still backed Carmella, one of my favourites on NXT, and of course, Carmella came through and got a mad win and made a tap. Then we had Almas versus Dillinger again. Andrade, I think it was pronounced as his first name. Andrade, I'm pretty sure. But he ended up winning again. Of course, Ty wasn't going to win the rematch. So that was alright. That match was pretty good. I was just going to throw that in there because it's in the results video as well. Then we had TM61 versus Murphy and Blake and Murphy. I thought they were I thought they split, but apparently they're giving it one more chance. And TM61, if you didn't know, are the two Australian guys, Miller and Thorne, and they were a part of the Mighty Nate Neal, which is a mad team, kind of similar to the Bullet Club, but an Australian team, just of all Australians, I'm pretty sure. And they actually got a mad win, and I was like, yeah, that's how we do it. And yeah, they ended up pinning Blake, and Murphy wasn't too pleased. And then we had Finn come out thinking about, what's next for Finn Balor. And then the crowd's like, they're telling him, the Balor Club, get the Balor Club going, go to Raw and SmackDown and get the Balor Club, under control. Join up with Gallows, Anderson, and AJ Styles and make it more dominant. But he's like, too sweet, too sweet. And then he's like, what is next for Finn Balor? And next minute the lights go off, and then Shinsuke Nakamura comes out, and he pretty much says that Finn's an idol of NXT, and if he wants to get the NXT Championship, he has to beat the idol. So that's what's next. It's Shinsuke Nakamura versus Finn Balor. Who knows when, but it is a match of the year quality candidate. Oh yeah, I can't wait for that match. That should be good. It should even be better than Zayn vs Nakamura or Aries vs Nakamura. So I can't wait for that match. Then we head into SmackDown. We had Chris Jericho with the highlight reel. Apparently he had a $20,000 rug on the whole round of the ring, and yeah, he's just talking about shit, and he had his mad expensive Jerrytron. Dean comes out, he's got a cup in his hand. I'm like, oh god, here we go, something's gonna get spilled, and it turned out it was coffee. And he's tempting it. And then everyone else from the Money in the Bank match also comes out, but they didn't have anything. I was like, it would have been awesome if they all had something, and it just, all at the same time, they just dropped it. Destroyed his $20,000 run. So they're all bitch talking to each other, and then Dean, of course, pours the coffee in the middle of the ring, and then it just all out brawl. It was good. Then we ended up having a 4-way match. It was Kofi Kingston versus Luke Gallows versus Aiden English versus Big Cass. And this was pretty good. They all, had mad moves and stuff. In the end, Kofi ended up getting the win over English. And it was funny because Woods was in the ring blowing his trombone. And then the funniest moment in this match was when Enzo turned around and said, I can rip a fart into the microphone and it'll sound better than Xavier playing the trombone. I was like, oh, what the fuck? God damn, Enzo. Fucking savage with no shield there. And then we had Rusev, he had a match against Kalisto, easily beat him. Then he just locked in the Accolade for so long, destroyed him. Sin Cara came out, beat him up, locked in Accolade, destroyed him. Then Titus came out, and Titus actually laid out Rusev. I was like, holy shit. So it's got some bit of a spicy type of touch to it, their match at the pay-per-view. Then we had AJ versus Woods. This was a mad match. No members of New Day and no members of the club at ringside. So it was one-on-one. It got to the last point of it where Woods was like, kind of like getting his ass whooped. And then AJ's like, this is what I'm going to do to John. Locks in his calf crusher and makes Woods tap. And yeah, so he sent a message to John, you know, fucked up Woods. Then we had Jericho, Del Rio and Owens versus Dean, Zayn and Cesaro. This was a pretty mad 6-man tag team match. It was awesome in parts. And then it came down to it where Dean got the win over Owens, I think it was, and it's because of Owens' fault. Owens took out Zayn, right? So he threw him into the corner of the barricade. And he got up and he smack talk and then Del Rio tags Owens. So Owens gets in, he's pretty pissed off, and then he hits Del Rio with a super kick to his face when Del Rio's just gotten out of the ring. Del Rio's out, and then Jericho's like, what the fuck, and then he hits him with a super kick, and I was like, super kick buddy! And then he turns around and gets hit with the dirty deeds. 1, 2, 3, Dean gets the win. And I was like, Dean, you sneaky little bugger. It was going to be super kick city, bitch! But yeah, so that's what happened on SmackDown. I've also got 2 things that I want to include that I didn't include in this week. We had David the A-List on Tunga returned to, he didn't return to competition, but he returned to announcing. He is now announcing on Main Event, and he also is announcing on, he's part of the announce team on Main Event and Superstars. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy about that. Because now, you know, he's actually getting more of TV time. Like before, he was just doing the Raw pre-show. And another thing, Jerry the King Lawler got arrested today. That's right, because of domestic violence. Suck shit, you pedophile, and pervert. Well, not pedophile, but he's more of a pervert than a pedophile. So I'll take back the pedophile. He's a pervert because of the way he acts towards the divas. And if you don't believe me, one of the divas that I really like, who's one of my all-time favourite divas, which is AJ Lee, or women in the WWE. When she won Woman, I think it was, well, back then, Diva of the Year, he kind of, I think it was when she was still in the company, when she won it, he wanted to give her a kiss, and she's like, no, fuck off. And then he kind of kept coming at her, it's like, dude, back the fuck off. Like, you know, that's, CM Punk should come out and whack you. But I think by that time, CM Punk had already left. So, you get what's coming to you, mate. Apparently, him and his wife had some argument, and turns out someone pulled a gun, and they both got arrested. So, oh, and also, apparently because of that, WWE has now suspended him indefinitely. So, who will be taking over his announcing role? Well, he was on SmackDown's announce team this SmackDown, but he probably will not be anymore. So, maybe Graves, hopefully. Yeah. Or maybe Renee Young, or someone else, you know, spice it up a bit, like Graves, Renee Young, Tonga, anyone, someone that will make it interesting. So now it's good that Jerry's gone, so yeah. So guys, if you enjoyed this episode of This Week in WWE with TheJaseDawg, make sure you hit that like button hard, but not too fucking hard, don't break your computers guys. And stay tuned for the Money in the Bank predictions video, which will be up very soon, so stay tuned for that guys. If you want to check out the NXT result video as well, the result video will be in the description below. And guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button to join the dog squad. And spread the word of the Jason to everybody you know. And if you want to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, the links are in the description down below. Let me know in the comments below what you thought was the best part of, you know, This Week in WWE, what happened that you thought was awesome, and who you think will win at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. And guys, as always, stay awesome. TheJaseDawg is out of here. See you.